Most hail at the house. Hello, my chat partners. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Dion. Please subscribe to my channel. And to my returning chat partners, I really appreciate you guys' support. So guys, today's chat session is on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 9. And today's drink of choice is water and beet juice. And in the words of Lady Eloise in the movie Boomerang, beet juice keeps the skin tight and none of us are getting any younger. Okay guys, let's I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone has been having a great week so far. And yeah, let's get started with this chat session. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 9 starts off with Kimmy. She meets her friend Keisha. I think that's how you say her name, Keisha. They meet at the axe range where you go and learn how to throw axes. So Keisha and Kimmy are throwing axes and it look like they're having a good time. And you know what, guys? That actually look like that can be fun. I wouldn't mind trying that myself. Kimmy and Keisha throw axes and once they're done, they start talking. And Kimmy confides in Keisha into what's going on between her and Melody and Tisha. And she informs Keisha about the conversation that her and Tisha had. And the reason why Kimmy confided in Keisha is because Keisha is a neutral party. And Kimmy said her friendships are high on her priority list between the Holtz and the Scotts. And Keisha was telling Kimmy, like, what's going on between Melody and Tisha is between them two. You don't have nothing to do with it. But Kimmy was saying that she always feels like she in the middle. Keisha told Kimmy that Tisha knows that she's going to be up front. Y'all, I'm getting all kind of tongue twisted with this Kimmy, Keisha, and Tisha. It's just too much issues going on, but I'm getting all kind of tongue twisted, so sorry about that. Kimmy told Keisha that she's not taking sides when it comes to foolishness, and she said that Tisha needs to stop being so sensitive. And she informed her that her and Wanda had a talk, and she said she gave Wanda 2 opportunities, said that Wanda needs to listen to her while she's trying to explain what's going on. To be honest, guys, I really don't know what to say about this situation when it comes to Tisha, Kimmy, and Melody. I guess, I mean, it does seem like Kimmy in the middle, but I don't know. I just think it's one of those things. She need to just let all of them know, all 3 of them together, you know, need to be all 3 of them together. You know, whatever y'all got going on, I don't want to hear nothing about Melody. I don't want to hear nothing about Tisha. And Tisha, I don't want to hear nothing about Melody. When I hang out with y'all, we're just going to have a good time. And we're going to just keep it moving. I'm not going to keep being in the middle of y'all mess. And y'all too grown for that. And at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with me, which it does. The next scene shows Tisha, and she's arriving to a self-defense class. And her friend April meets her there. And when April walk in there, she all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. She doing like this. I was like, oh, okay. And Tisha was telling her friend that she's trying to, you know, they just started talking. And she was like, you need to come to the self-defense class because you're newly single. Like, you need to learn self-defense because, you know, until you start getting ready to date again. Tisha and her friend April, they doing the self-defense class. It look like they're having a good time. Look like they're having fun. And Tisha friend April told the self-defense teacher that she from the hood, they throw hands. I was like, wow. Just because you from the hood and you throw hands, ain't nothing wrong with still learning self-defense. I feel like being from the hood and throwing hands is not the same as like really defending yourself when it boils down to it, when it really matters the most. April tells Tisha that she has a new event coming up and she wants Tisha to join and be on the panel. Explained to her friend April that when she did her podcast, it was other people up there, so it wasn't like all the attention was on her. And she was telling her that this would be her second speaking event. And she was just saying, you know, I guess she's a little nervous about that. But my thing is, Tisha, you got a girl. Everybody got something about them, about the way they talk. So some people proper as hell and some people country as hell. I know for me, by doing YouTube videos, when I be editing my videos, I be like, I should have said has and not have, or is and not was. And I be like, my English is totally all the pieces. Now I can understand when people be saying, like, you should pay attention when you in English class, when you a child. I get it now because, like I said, when I be editing my videos, I be like, I should have said have. I should have said something else than what I said. But, hey, it's a learning process. There's nothing wrong with self-improvement on a daily basis, even when it comes to you speaking. The next scene shows Melody, and she's at therapy with Dr. Francis. Begin to converse about Melody and about how busy she is and all the stuff that she got going on. And, you know, she got her kids, she got her husband, and she's got all this stuff that's going on. And Dr. Francis, like, asked Melody, like, where did she get all this, like, willingness to just do everything? And she was like, it's always been like that. She said it's been like that since she was a child. She was like, you know, in student council, she was on the drama team, she was in plays, she was in this, she was in that. Melody said that she was always expected to succeed. And she said that she was the positive representative of the family. And Dr. Francis asked Melody, well, how do you balance, you know, with your businesses, your husband, your children, just with your family overall? How do you balance everything? Melody says she doesn't believe in balance. She believes in priority. So she prioritized every aspect of her life. She said she's just so used to making her family proud. And then she was talking about how she was close with everyone else, but she didn't say anything about her dad. But then she started talking about her dad, and she said she didn't get close to her dad till she was 16. And that how it was one of those things, like, even though she would be around her dad and spend time with him, it still was like, it was just like a distance between them. And she was saying, like, how her mother would always tell her to call her father, you know, push her to call her father, and she didn't want to, because she said a lot of times she would call her dad and he didn't answer the phone. And she started crying, and she was like, that was like a big disappointment to her. It really hurt her. And my thing is, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the situation with Melody and, like, her father? I'm like, was her dad in a relationship with someone? I kind of get that feeling that Melody is a child that came from, her dad was in a relationship with someone else and not her mother. I think that's where all the strain and disappointment comes to play. It's not crystal clear as far as that aspect of how Melody got here. But at the end of the day, Melody didn't ask to be here. So, you know, things happen. Hopefully that situation as far as her and her father, I mean, she's grown now. She got kids. And at the end of the day, she's still that man's daughter. So, I mean, I feel like he should want to spend time with her and spend time with his grandkids, because they are a part of him. You know, you went out here, you did your thing, and you made this baby with this other woman, and it's unfair that she had to pay for your, I'm not going to say mistakes, but your decision that you made. And I feel like a lot of times in life, we go through a lot of things in life. And I think a lot of times certain situations happen that you don't expect them to happen. Things and situations that you don't expect to come from that happens. And sometimes when you make those decisions, you have to live with them for the rest of your life. And I think a lot of times people don't really think about that. I think a lot of times when it comes to relationships, and when people go out here and do things, because I done did some stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, and I know that now. And once you know better, you do better. Melody and Dr. Francis continued to talk, and he was just saying that he thinks that she consumes herself so much with everything, so she won't be feeling like a disappointment. She won't have time to think about the things that happened to her while she was growing up. The next scene goes to Melody and Martell. She's in the bedroom. She's going through dresses that she's giving away to, like, a prom foundation. Of course, Melody and Martell start talking. Of course, he's telling her she needs to slow down. She doesn't need to get back in that space of being too busy. Martell was telling Melody that he doesn't want it to be where she's chasing all her dreams and it's taken away from her family. He told her what she needs to do is focus on the family and focus on embrace, because he said their business is doing well right now. And Martell tells Melody that he doesn't want her to do the play. Melody told Martell, she was like, what did you ask me I wanted to do for years? And she said she wanted to do acting and hosting. So by her doing this play, that's an opportunity of her acting. And he's telling her that he doesn't want her to do the play, which I kind of understand. I don't think it's so much as Martell doesn't want her to do the play. I think it's so much as what the play is about as far as the infidelity, because they have gone through infidelity. And I think he feels that it's going to bring up, bring back bad memories. Melody said that she doesn't want to be the type of woman to tell herself and her daughters that she has rejected things that she wanted to do something because of her husband, not because she wanted to do it. Basically saying that I had a bunch of opportunities that came to me, but I rejected them and I didn't do them because my husband didn't want me to do. If I'm going to pass on an opportunity, let it be because I wanted to do it, not because of nobody else. And that's real. Melody told Martell she takes care of her family. And she was telling him everything that he put her through, it was up to her to survive, and it was only up to her to survive. Said as a woman, you have to have you. You can't worry about if your parents got you, if your siblings got you, if your friends got you, if your husband got you, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. You have to have yourself, because at the end of the day, it's all about self. It's all about self-love. And whenever you down and out or come to a stumbling block, it's you. Yeah, a person can give you encouraging words and try to lift you up, but it's up to you to lift yourself up and to get yourself back to that place that you want to be. Melody told Martell that she still has healing to do. She has to be on the grind, and she was just telling him that she's not a yo-yo. And to me, Melody and Martell, she do not listen to him, because a lot of times when Melody talks to Martell about opportunities or just certain things, and when he's coming at her and I don't think you should do this and do that, she be looking at him like, I don't know these people. I've never been married before, but I feel like with Melody and Martell, I feel like she is just so over just with what her husband did to her. And I think it's one of those things that she's there, but she's not there. I think it's one of those things where she might have was done with the relationship, and things happened and she got pregnant, she had the baby. So when you're going through pregnancy and you're having a baby, that brings people close, and it's sweet and nice and all that, people be happy. But then after you had a baby and everything, reality settles back in, and the real people start acting like how they normally was acting, it just be too much sometimes. And I think, I don't know, I just don't. One thing I can say about Melody and Martell, one thing about them, it don't matter what they're going through, they're going to take up for each other. And that's what I like about him. He was like, well, you're not going to talk to my wife like that. And, you know, she going to take up for her husband. And one thing about Melody and Martell, they know how to put on the front. That's one thing I can say. It's like in other episodes, they could have been just left the house arguing like crazy, but then go to an event and act like they the happiest couple in the world. And some people do that, be fronting. You know how people be on social media. People be like couple goals. How is somebody a couple goal? Like, you don't know what's going behind the people going behind closed doors, because at the end of the day, people put what they want to put out there for people to see. So you can be who you want to be on social media, so people can act like their relationship so great and grand. Them be the ones going through the most hell at the house. We don't know everything Melody and Martell has gone through. Only Melody and Martell know what they have gone through. That woman probably has been through a lot with that man. And I feel like he has lost the privilege and the right to inform his wife. Like, she'll listen to his opinion, but she not gonna follow what he say. And I feel like that's on him. I feel like he brought that on himself. You know, it does feel like a lot of times that she's not listening to Martell when he tells her things, because I feel like she don't be listening to that man. He's telling her what he wants and what he needs. But my thing is, you not giving your wife what she want and need, because if you was, y'all wouldn't be at the place y'all at right now. Scene goes to Kimmy and Maurice. And they at the rally where she had this function where she wanted everyone to come out to vote. People arrived to the event, and, you know, people filling out paperwork so they can vote and everything, and people just standing around conversing. And then Kimmy started talking about who was coming, and then she was talking about Destiny and her husband, but she was like, I don't know Destiny's last name. And she asked Maurice what was their last name, and Maurice said he don't remember last names. I was like, now, Maurice, how you don't remember last names if you about to be a lawyer? You taking the law exam, the bar, and you gotta know people. Like, you gotta remember people's names, honey, okay? And Kimmy was like, I don't know them. I think it's one of the things. Kimmy like, I don't know that girl, and I do not want to know her. Tisha Marceau and Wanda arrives to the event. Next thing you know, Kimmy gets a phone call, and it's Martell. Martell tells Kimmy that he's gonna pass. He's not coming. And she was like, really, Martell? He was like, yeah. He said, I'm not going to come because Marceau's going to be there, and it's all about, he did a police report, so I'm not coming. And Kimmy was like, well, she's very disappointed that Martell didn't come. Like, he couldn't put that aside. I'm like, Martell, this Martell and Marceau thing, I'm trying to figure out what is really going on between them two. Like, they is really at odds. And I'm like, for Martell to not even want to be around him, I'm like, what did he do? To me, it has to be something. To me, this is what I think. I think it's something that involves a woman. Because men only act like that to other men that they're supposed to be friends with when it comes to women. Men could be in a whole marriage with somebody and they could be messing around, and if they know somebody trying to hit on their woman or whatever, they will act crazy. Like, Martell is taking this to the extreme, and I'm like, what did you do to Marcel felt like he needed to file a police report? And why would he feel like he needed to file a police report? Is it one of them things that he knows something about Martell's past? Does Martell have anger issues? Like, what is it that you filed a police report? Because from what I get from Marcel is kind of, to me, his demeanor is kind of quiet and laid back. And it's like Marcel, he don't like drama. People feel like Marcel don't like drama because people know too much stuff on him and they'll tell Tisha. But my thing is, my goodness, y'all, what more can y'all tell the woman? I mean, y'all keep making these assumptions that Marcel has cheated on Tisha, right? So if y'all come out and tell her that, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise. I don't feel like Marcel doesn't want any drama with Martell and Melody because they know something on him. I feel like he doesn't want any drama because he might need to hold himself, because you never know what he'll do. And Melody didn't have no makeup on. I was like, wait a minute, that's odd. You rarely see Melody without any makeup. She's still a cute girl, but people do be looking at her. I say it all the time. People look real different without makeup on. I was at the event filling out their paperwork and everything. And then it was time for everybody to go walk. Just post the flyers around the neighborhood and everything. So Melody rode with Kimmy, Maurice, and her son. Oh, let me just say this real quick. That jacket Kimmy had on was bad. I was like, where Kimmy get that coat from? I really like that. But let me get back to what I was saying. So Kimmy, Melody, Maurice, and Kimmy's son rode together. And Kimmy told Melody that she was, got a call from Martell and he didn't come and she was disappointed. She said, well, he's still mad about the police report. And Maurice told Melody the reason why his brother filed a police report and he wanted to have it on file is because if anything happened after the incident, it'd be on file. Melody told Maurice that I've been enjoying riding with you, so I'm not going to have that conversation with you because you're not the one who filed the damn report. I was like, hold on, see. I'm surprised Kim ain't said nothing to her, because I would have been like, hold on now. I mean, I know you upset, but you don't talk to my husband like that, because that was a little snappy. And I was like, she felt very comfortable saying that to Maurice. Everybody gets to the neighborhood, they start walking around, putting up signs and everything to get people to vote. So Kimmy was like, she wanted to have a talk with Miss Wanda. Kimmy pulled Wanda aside and she thanked Miss Wanda for coming. And Miss Wanda said, I'd do anything for you, Kimmy. And she told Kimmy she loved her. And she told Kimmy, she said, Kimmy, you just take everything so personal. She said, I'm just being me. And Kimmy said, well, I'm being me too. Wanda told Kimmy, I don't want you to think we beefing. Wanda told Kimmy, it's two types of people I do not deal with: fake friends and shady people. Miss Wanda says she don't like when it's a group of people talking, and then when somebody pulls somebody aside and be like, come here, and they start whispering like that. And Kimmy was like, but nobody was talking about Tisha. And she was like, I just don't like nobody talking about my baby. She was like, but nobody was talking about her. She said, it's one of those things where me and Melody was talking. I was like, how you doing? She said, I'm doing good. One of the kids got the flu. It was just a general conversation. And Miss Wanda was just saying that I'm going to take up for my daughter at all costs. She said she come in peace. She just don't want nobody talking about her baby. I get where Miss Wanda coming from, because evidently Tisha and Melody and all of them been knowing each other for years. And Miss Wanda know what type of person she is, or she knows what type of this. Miss Wanda only know what Tisha tell her. So whatever Tisha and I told her about these people and got that woman feeling that type of way, then I mean, that's on Tisha. I mean, because it's like she not told her mama, but I get what Miss Wanda saying, like, if people supposed to be friends, and you know how it can be somewhere where you doing something at an event and somebody pulls somebody aside and they be talking about people, because just like at her podcast, Destiny sitting up in there like she ain't want to be there. Melody, she's saying certain stuff about Tisha trying to be like her, because her logo like hers. And so I get what she's saying. Like, people, either you going to be a real friend or you ain't. And she know how people talk about other people when they're supposed to be friends. I mean, everybody see that on all reality shows. That's what people do. People have somebody always going to say something negative, and they supposed to be your friends. She's saying, I totally understand. My baggage. Hold on. Gotta get this pen. It's Excuse me, y'all. But I totally understand what Miss Wanda's saying. I get it. So it is what it is. But hopefully Miss Wanda and Kim and I got their little thing, their little issue, whatever that was going on between them resolved, and they can move forward. They can move forward and everybody can be happy. Then Melody and Tisha started talking. And Tisha asked Melody, she said, where are your babies? And she was like, they're with their father. You know, he stayed at home ever since the police report. Destiny and her husband was standing there and they looking, but Tisha and Melody didn't say nothing. And then they walked away. So I don't know if somebody told them to walk away so they can have their talk, or if it was one of them things like, y'all, we not giving y'all nothing. Go on, bye. Because y'all don't got nothing to do with this. Tisha was telling Melody that she was happy that she made it. Melody said, of course I'm going to support Kim. Of course I'm going to come. Telling Melody she was happy to see her. And she was like, just let the guys handle their thing. And me and you continue to work on us. And Melody was like, yeah, we continue to work on each other, work on us for now. And she started laughing. I was like, what you laughing at? This woman coming to you, you know, straight up about y'all friendship. She trying to, you know, get to a better place with you and move past that. I don't know what was funny about that. I was like, oh God, there we go Melody being a little messy, which she shouldn't be. But I guess she wouldn't be her if she didn't do that. Melody told Tisha that Martell didn't want her to come. He doesn't want her hanging with people that he don't trust and people that filed a police report on him. And Tisha told Melody that Martell has to take responsibilities for his actions. He needs to stop trying to blame people for the things that he do. He always putting his blame on other people. And I was like, you know what? Tisha said a mouthful, and she spoke some facts about that. That was true. That's right. Because it do seem like Martell do try to put off stuff on somebody else, or why he did something, blame other people for the things that he's done. But you can't do that. And it was like when she said that, to me, the look on Melody's face, it was like a little bell went off. And I was like... And Tisha told Melody Marceau didn't file the police report just to be filing it. He did it because he felt like he needed to protect himself. Tisha was like, Martell lies. And Melody was like, Marceau do too. And Tisha was like, no, my husband, he doesn't lie. And she said, you never caught your husband in a lie? She was like, no. She was like, the whole 13 years, you never caught your husband in a lie? She was like, no. In the whole 13 years I've been married to him, he's never lied to me. I never caught him in a lie. And Melody said, well, Marceau has lied to her multiple times. I feel like this. If Melody really no concrete evidence about Marceau, and if he has messed around with his wife, why won't she just tell her? Why is it this game where you got to sniggle giggle and sit up here and when he has to me, and I know that if you know it, tell me. What? Tell it. Because y'all already be assuming. Marceau's wife trusting him is extremely solid. And I feel like with Tisha, nobody can tell her nothing about her husband. She's not going to believe you. She's not going to... Tisha seems like the type of person, she's going to really fight for her family. And she not just going to take it as you all saying this. If I ask Marceau and he said no, then I'm going to believe Marceau. So my thing is, if y'all really know something, just tell the girl. And if you're not going to tell her, stop bringing it up. Stop making it seem like you know so much. And my thing is, it's like, because your marriage isn't working out, you don't want mine to work out. I think all three of those men may have done something. I'm not going to put it out there. They might have not. But I feel like if they have, and I feel like if Maurice was to do something on his wife, which I'm not saying he is or he has, but I'm just saying if he was to ever do something on his wife, wouldn't nobody know about it. Especially no damn Marceau, and especially no damn Martell. He'll do his dirt on his own. That way, only he know about his dirt. Don't nobody else know about his dirt. And sometimes you got to do that. You got to do your own dirt with just you and that person. And you can't tell nobody. Nobody else can have an inkling of it, okay? Not everybody out here in the world. But a lot of people, including myself, have dabbled with people who was attached to somebody else. Either you was attached to somebody else or they was attached to somebody else. And dabbling can be a big plethora of things. It can be women that's married or in a relationship, engaged, or just got a boyfriend and still have a friend that they talk to every once in a while. Their number still in their phone. A friend that they call when they need something. They got a friend on the side who might get them a couple of dollars every now and then. So a lot of people have dabbled and did a whole lot of things they weren't supposed to do with people who was attached to somebody else. And people need to stop acting like they haven't. If you haven't, kudos to you. But you know, when you go through life, and when it comes to relationships is a learning process. It's a lot to it, and I'm sure being married is a tough one. I'm sure it's a tough one. I mean, I've never been married. So, I mean, I don't know. But I'm sure being married is tough. It's tough. It is what it is. I feel like I do feel one thing for sure. What I believe is if somebody that you really want to marry and it's somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with and have a legal document on, then that's what you want to do. That's on you, you know what I'm saying? But I always know every decision that you make got a consequence. A good decision or it can be a bad decision. But just know every decision you make it has a consequence. And it can be a good consequence and something good can come from it or something bad can come from it. I just know in like other episodes, like the other season, when Tisha would ask Marcel about other women and stuff, he'd be like, well, honey, that's something for you to answer. He never gave an answer. He would never give her an answer. Because I feel like if Tisha really found out that her husband had an affair on her, I think it would really break that woman. I really think that it would really hurt her. I also feel, even though it would really hurt Tisha, I feel like she would still do what she got to do to make her marriage work. That's just what I get from Tisha. I feel like she in this thing with Marcel to the end. With Melody and Martell, I don't know. I feel like with Melody and Martell, a lot of damage has been done, but I feel like they can be fixed if they want to fix it. And I feel like if Martell really wants to be with Melody and truly loves this woman, and not just because she's the mother of his children, you know, not because of that, just because if he just really loved Melody as a person, was really, really in love with her, and wanted to have a great family and have this great life, I feel like Martell would really have to not ever mess out on his wife ever again. Would really cut all ties loose with the person that he allegedly had an affair with. And I feel like he would have to start from scratch and start dating his wife all over again and just, you know, just act like it's a whole brand new relationship. That's just what I think Martell would have to do. So the next scene shows Shalon, which is Melody's oldest sister. She comes by Melody's house to see what she's been doing and what she's been up to. And they just start talking and reminiscing. And she told Melody that she didn't find out about Melody till she was 19. And I think Melody said that Shalon is like her oldest sister. She's the oldest out of all the kids. And her sister was telling her that she was, you know, during that time, she really wasn't focused on getting to know her sister, because she said she used to be on drugs and she was just trying to get herself off drugs, trying to get her life together, just trying to get Shalon all the way together. And her sister told her that she felt some type of way because she didn't invite her to the baby shower, but she invited Marcus. And Melody was saying that she's going to work on making people in her life know that they're important to her, and she apologized. I really feel like that was a good thing, and they had their heart to heart, and they're going to work on their relationship, because at the end of the day, sometimes family is all you got. One thing we can't help is what family we was born into. So the next scene goes to Tisha. She's at home doing things around the house, doing things with the kids, and she said Marcel is out of town for 3 days for business. She told her friend April that a lot of times when Marcel go out of town for business, they always have a deep conversation over the phone. Told her friend April that Marcel told her that he feels alone. He says, you know, now that Tisha's been in this new stage to discover what she wants, he feels like she forgot about him. And she said that Marcel said he feel like he's doing everything at home and he's doing it alone. Tisha told her friend April, you know, when you're out and about building yourself, trying to better yourself, you have to sacrifice some things. But she said one thing she is not willing to sacrifice is her kids and her husband and her marriage. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Don't sacrifice your family, honey. Your friend April tells her, she was like, Marcel is giving you hints, honey. She was like, if he's telling you he's feeling alone, you need to listen to what he's saying, because one thing you do not want to do is let someone else occupy that time. And she was telling Tisha that, you know, when she was going through her separation from her husband, you know, she had the kids and she was going to basketball practice, she was doing this and that, and then she was doing her stuff for herself, and she said her husband kept telling her, I'm alone. You know, we need to spend more time together. He was telling her all his wants and needs, and she just wasn't listening. Grew apart, and she didn't even notice that they was growing apart because she was so consumed in everything else but her marriage. And she said now that she sit back and think about it, she know that she just wasn't doing her part in her marriage, and it really made her sit back and think. And she said she wished she had to listen to the hints. And there was some real stuff. You know, Tisha cried a little bit. And I was like, you know, Tisha, listen to your husband, honey, because he's telling you. So, guys, that's the end of my chat session for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 9. I really didn't have much to say about this episode because this episode didn't get under my skin like previous episodes have. I really hope you guys enjoyed this chat session. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. And if you did watch my video, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can receive alerts for each and every time I upload. Guys, if you watched this episode, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if there's some other shows that you would like for me to watch and we can chat about, leave that in the comments below as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Wishing you all a peace of mind, because a peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. You guys be safe out there, okay? And as always, remember you guys are great. And as always, take care, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye, guys.